Black Widow takes out the Batman. Look at that recovery. Mr. Freeze shatters the line of cars. Big hit, but did he just take himself out? Tonight, 5 teams compete. Their goal? Survive. It's the Junkyard Joust. Welcome to it. Hi, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda, and you're in for a treat tonight. We've got buses, we've got glitz, we've got DC versus Marvel. Let's get right into it. Time to joust. Up first for Distinguished Competition, aka DC, it's the Batman, sponsored by Chrome Turtles Mini Painting. The running order is up. This being a qualifier, only 3 teams can move on. 2 will be going home. We got a brand new team called the Sunshades vying for the main event. The T-Bird Stalker, sponsored by Beak's Busted Barn Finds, is going to take to the track, and what a dramatic hit right there. The Batman goes flipping all over the place. And now Black Widow's going to take a shot for Multiverse Motors, sponsored by Kieran Shelton. And bam, let the rivalry begin. Black Widow takes out the Batman decisively, as well as that T-Bird Stalker. Black Widow versus Batman, great matchup. Black Widow gets the best of it this time. We had a Borg show up at the beginning of this season. Borg's going down in the custom Cadillac Fleetwood, sponsored by Carlton Hill Enterprises. Man, nice hit right there. Black Widow gets taken out now. Almost certainly not going to be able to come back from that hit. Sideways or upside down at the end of the round, you're done. Here comes the first of the Infernal Buses, Swift Shuttle, sponsored by TJG. And true to its name, that shuttle is swift. Look at the speed with which it goes off the back of the Cadillac, plucks the Borg right out of there, and then unfortunately cannot make a recovery. Tough start for the buses. Robin's up next for DC, 50 grams, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Robin bounces off the back of the Cadillac Fleetwood, cannot get underneath. Cadillac's got those spiky tailpipes coming out. Sunshade just sending down Cockney Cab 2, sponsored by Price X Private Parts. The Cockney Cab goes sideways on the track. Not a great way to start. Balances on 2 wheels. Kind of would have been more impressive if he'd actually been able to recover, but he's not out of it yet. Here comes Iron Man from Multiverse, sponsored by Indy Capo. Iron Man uses that propulsion system to good effect, gets a lot of speed, but cannot take out the Cockney Cab. Almost gets Robin up. Robin plops back into the track. A lot of devastation down at the front of the track right now, but now the cars are starting to line up. 64 Chevelle for Blitzkrieg, sponsored by Bentley's Brakes and Bumpers. The Chevelle slots into the track, cannot get any cars off. Another bus on its way, Ain't Fair, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Ain't Fair pushes a couple cars into dangerous territory. The Chevelle and Robin are both balanced precariously. Mr. Freeze is up, sponsored by Sloss Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Gets that gun aligned.
Nice to see you.
Mr. Freeze is a heavy vehicle, so heavy that, did you see that? Cookie falls off of the shuttlecraft in the background. Wow, must have lost her balance when that huge vehicle came thundering down the track. Picard manages to hang on over by that missile. Good thing the missile didn't fall off of there. I don't know what they're doing with that. No other damage to the cars, though, besides a little tumble from Cookie. Next up, it's Road Flipper for the Shade, sponsored by Chemical Knight. Let's hope it doesn't flip off the track here. Does not, stays nicely slotted in, but manages to get Ain't Fair curbside, actually more than that. Nice hit by that 61-gram vehicle. Ms. Marvel's up next, sponsored by Scarnsloth. Ms. Marvel, a good move there, just bounces off the back of Road Flipper and gets off the track. And now she's looking pretty safe. Ain't Fair is tilting. Next up for Blitzkrieg, it's the 71 Porsche 911, sponsored by Swedenborg Smorgasbord. The Porsche gets a nice hit there and forces Ain't Fair off the track finally. Ain't Fair tries to flip it over but can't quite manage it, and that Porsche almost gets off the track. Hot Wheels High now, sponsored by Ellis Wurtenberger. A major hit by that bus. Look at Road Flipper go. A lot of flipping, not on the road, and Road Flipper makes a brilliant recovery, turns over and lands it right side up. Impressive job. Here comes Wonder Woman, sponsored by Stump's Tree Farm. Ooh, what a massive hit by Wonder Woman. So massive that she even flips over from the force of it. So much speed. The Porsche is flipped over. The high school high bus is flipped over. Devastation. Next up for the Sunshades, it's 5 Alarm, sponsored by Jetta. 5 alarm rights Wonder Woman. Look at that, right off the back of Mr. Freeze as if they planned it. That's some solid teamwork right there. Next up for the Multiverse Motors, it's Vision, sponsored by Judy Collins. Vision gets underneath 5 alarm, but 5 alarm's got that ladder to stabilize itself, and it tosses itself off the track and lands it. Wow, that's some deft maneuvering there by 5 alarm. Vision is curbside. Next up, it's Twin Mill 3, sponsored by Chome. Twin Mill splits off with Vision. Vision goes flipping over, and a great recovery over by the tires. And Twin Mill 3 kind of ejects from the track and gets off to safety. Blitzkrieg looking good right now with 3 cars right side up. Here comes a cool looking vehicle, the Raijin Express, sponsored by Bion Automotive. Raijin Express cannot get Mr. Freeze to move at all. Bounces backwards, but manages to stay in the track. Not much might have happened, but that was actually a good hit by Raijin. The Penguin, sponsored by Emo Dingo. The Penguin, wow, that was a terrible hit right there. The Penguin just flips over, and I don't know if this is a trick or what. Guess we'll see on the next hit. It's gonna be the Ford Aerostar, sponsored by Willful Fiber Art. And the Ford, ooh, nice hit there. Raijin gets off the track to safety. The Penguin balances on top of the minivan, and that's kind of an acrobatic move there, but then ends up upside down on the track. Still pretty tricky. I don't trust the Penguin. Shang-Chi's up next, sponsored by Mark the Music Lover. Oh, and look at that. Penguin was waiting for a Marvel car to come down to make a recovery. Very interesting, as if to show off, throw it up in their face, and look at that. Penguin trying to sow discord amongst the Marvel team. Custom 56 Ford, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. The Ford slams into the line of cars, and it doesn't look to me like much happened on that hit. That's going to be the second to last car of this round. Final car is going to be Groot for the Infernal Buses, sponsored by Regal Radio. Groot cannot penetrate the line of cars. Almost gets Mr. Freeze over, though. That was a good hit. Couldn't quite finish the job. Looks like we're going to lose 7 cars in that round. All 5 teams still in it. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Looks like everybody did pretty good that round, except for the Infernal Buses. Some bad luck for them, and they only have 2 left. Everybody else lost 1. You can sense a little trepidation with Winneborgo right now, wondering what's gonna happen with the missile from Picard and Cookie's failed Space Invaders team last episode. Their team may have lost badly, might I say, but that missile is a great thing to protect from any shenanigans the Borg and the Winneborgo get up to. We've got a competitive match going on right now. Sunshades are starting us off this round with 5 alarm. 5 alarm gonna slot into the track, followed down by Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman dives underneath 5 alarm, can't get 5 alarm off the track. That fire truck has some serious agility. You wouldn't expect it. Here comes the Borg again in the custom Cadillac Fleetwood. The Borg slams 5 alarm off the track and attempts to line up the ramp, but guess what? It's not gonna work this time. Too much force, and that thing's looking pretty vulnerable right now. Iron Man's got a chance to do some damage to the Borg right here. Iron Man slices underneath both of the cars on the track. Fleetwood goes upside down. Wonder Woman goes upside down. What a hit. Marvel getting the best of DC right there and the Borg. The Borg just barely avoids getting crushed by its own vehicle. Groot's up first for the Infernal Buses. Time to make a comeback. Groot heaves into Iron Man, but does not get Iron Man off the track. Just shakes Wonder Woman up front. Road Flipper. Road Flipper, ooh, bad news for the Infernal Buses. There goes Groot over the edge, sideways, probably not coming back from that. Devastating hit for the Infernal Buses. Robin's up now. Robin can't get under Road Flipper, but pushes all the cars up, and a line is starting. Twin Mill 3. Twin Mill 3 also can't get any action. We got 4 cars lined up here. Let's see if Shang-Chi can shake things up. The line holds true, nothing breaking. Robin almost gets under Road Flipper. Raijin Express. And finally, one car is broken out of the line. It's Road Flipper. Road Flipper goes over and cannot make it. Struggles, but can't flip it. Here comes the Cockney Cab. Cockney Cab pushes into the line, and now Iron Man is on the ropes. He's got a Robin underneath him. Mr. Freeze, this will definitely shake things up. Oh yeah, that is a moving line right there. We got two cars pushed off, Raijin and Shang-Chi. Mr. Freeze not able to eliminate either of them, even with all that weight. Kind of looks like he sunk down in the track a little bit and didn't get that much speed. 64 Chevelle now. The Chevelle, oh, you hate to see it. Chevelle bounces off Mr. Freeze, flips over to its own doom. That is going to be an elimination for Blitzkrieg. Let's see if Ms. Marvel can escape off the back of Mr. Freeze. Ms. Marvel does not do it this time, goes curbside after a little bounce. Here comes the Ford Aerostar. Ms. Marvel careens off the track from a mighty hit, flips and floats and flies all the way down to the crates and somehow makes a recovery, as does the Aerostar. Lots of action on that one. Both cars recover. The Penguin. Penguin bounces off of his own teammate and flips, gets caught on the track, trying to be tricky, but does not manage to pull it off. We'll see if the Penguin stays like that. Custom 56 Ford. The Ford, oof, man, big hit there. Didn't go off the track like his teammate, but flipped all the way around and is backwards. Iron Man is poised up at the front of the track. Vision. Vision pounds the Ford off the track. Great hit, but then goes off the back of Mr. Freeze and upside down. Vision is still on the track, so there's a chance that this could end in recovery. Not so much for the Ford. And all the way up at the front, Iron Man looks pretty safe. Oh, unfortunately, there's no more cars to come down, so Vision is done after that hit. Let's take a look at the aftermath. And we got two teams in trouble. Blitzkrieg and Infernal Buses are down to 1. Blitzkrieg lost 3 in this round. Multiverse and Sunshades both at 3. And Distinguished Competition down to 2. Sunshade's going to start off with 5 alarm here in round 3. All these teams are definitely still in the match right now. We've seen cars with only 1 go the distance very frequently. Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel, oh no, the technique of trying to escape the track doesn't work for her this time. She flips over after a bad ricochet, so to speak, off the back of 5 alarm. Is she gonna stay like that? Let's see what happens when Robin goes down. Robin, a nice hit, but again, 5 alarm not interested in your antics. All about the no-nonsense recovery. Raijin Express, final entry for the buses. Raijin gives a big thrust into Robin. Can't get Robin off the track and backs down a ways. Twin Mill 3, Blitzkrieg down to 1 car. This is the one. Twin Mill, a nice hit there, and Miss Marvel is sunk. Cockney Cab 2. The cab smashes Twin Mill 3. Twin Mill 3 goes up and upside down. That might be it for Blitzkrieg unless Twin Mill can make a recovery. It's not out of the question. Raijin is also on the ropes. Shang-Chi can shake things up right now. And a bruising hit, and look at that. Twin Mill 3 does it again. A recovery and backs away from the track and just saved Blitzkrieg's chances in this match. And Mr. Freeze was made for this moment. This could be bad. Freeze, a nice heavy hit, but no damage yet. Again, Shang-Chi makes a recovery, and Raijin tips, but doesn't go over. That was close. 2 cars left. Here comes the Ford Aerostar. The Aerostar bounces off the back of Freeze, and Robin goes over. Just a little slide and a tip, and Robin is done. Marvel is definitely taking the lead right now. Iron Man, wow, that was a devastating punch to the back of that minivan. and the van just goes flying all the way up to the front of the crates and does not have the capability of recovering up there. 3 cars eliminated, but guess what? All 5 teams are still in it. We got a match, folks. DC down to 1, Sunshades and Multiverse at 2, Blitzkrieg and Infernal Buses both at 1. This round could decide who's moving on to the main event. Here we go, round 4. Multiverse is going to lead off with Shang-Chi. These teams have been matching blow for blow in this match. Now's the time for these remaining cars to really show us what they got. 5 alarm. 5 alarm sliding in behind Shang-Chi. Going to be followed up by Raijin for the buses. Raijin tries to slip under 5 alarm and it backfires. Look at that amazing recovery by 5 alarm using the ladder as a balancing. It's like a gymnast on a balance beam, and wow, Raijin gets messed up by that and just barely flips over on its side. If Twin Mill hits Raijin right, could recover. Twin Mill tries to take down 5 alarm, and again, it's not happening. And now Raijin is definitely in deep trouble. Look at that recovery. Unbelievable. Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, wow, put on the brakes there at the end and doesn't really do much. I don't know if they were trying to protect that vehicle and stop it from accidentally eliminating itself. Could be a good strategy, but Iron Man's gonna punch that thing up the backside. And Iron Man does punch it, but takes out his own teammate. Shang-Chi is flipped upside down from that hit. Unfortunate result there. Cockney Cab slides in behind, and Shang-Chi, oh, did you just see that? Shang-Chi thought Shang-Chi was done there, everybody, and look at what just happened. Flips right back over on top of Twin Mill. No problem. And with that, we just had 1 vehicle eliminated, which means, yeah, you know it, we're going for another round. Let's take a look at the aftermath. The Infernal Buses are out. We are going into round 5 with 4 teams still in this. 5 alarm starting off for the Sunshades, hardly surprising considering that thing has been astounding in this match. And here comes Shang-Chi, a lucky escape last round. Shang-Chi knocks 5 alarm off the track. 5 alarm makes a perfect recovery, flawless as usual. Keep your eye on that vehicle, folks. Getting a good feeling about it. Twin Mill 3. Twin Mill pops Evil Weevil off the track, but that's all that they're able to make happen on this one. Let's see if Mr. Freeze decides to put on the brakes this time. Freeze, not too bad actually, did not freeze on that one, and Twin Mill gets pushed underneath Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi flips over and goes upside down, and I don't think Shang-Chi is coming back from that this time. Cockney Cab. The cab slams into Mr. Freeze, does manage to stay on the track. A lot of cars have had trouble with the back of that vehicle, but not Cockney Cab. Already the final car of round 5, Iron Man. Iron Man tries to snipe the Cockney Cab, but cannot manage it. Cockney Cab just drives away. Lickety-split, no problem. Easy recovery. And only Shang-Chi eliminated in that round, which means we are going to another round. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Sunshade still looking good. 2 left. Everybody else with 1. 5 alarm gonna hit the track first, as usual for the Sunshades. And as usual, we can't wait to see how that thing makes a recovery. Let's see if Twin Mill can cause some trouble here. Twin Mill, oh, look at that, unbelievable. I thought that thing would never be taken down, and Twin Mill just did it. Just a light tap, enough to bounce it up and over sideways with no chance to recover the track, proving a foil for the recovery of 5 alarm. Amazing job there by Twin Mill. Here comes Iron Man. Iron Man slams Twin Mill. Twin Mill is now upside down and off the track. That is definitely not good. No chance of recovery there. This might be it for Blitzkrieg. We'll see what happens. Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze freezes in his tracks and slows right down, taking the safe route, and that cinches the fate of 5 Alarm right there. Evil Weevil now blocking any chance of recovery. Cockney Cab. Cockney Cab has a little trouble with the back of Mr. Freeze, but stays alive, and that is gonna do it, folks. You've got your 3 teams. Blitzkrieg could not hang on. Iron Man, Mr. Freeze, and Cockney Cab are your survivors for this match. Incredible work there by Multiverse Motors, Distinguished Competition, and the Sunshades. Congrats to all 3 teams. They'll be moving on to the main event. And there's just 2 qualifiers left, so that'll be happening sooner than you think. Uh-oh, it looks like Baby Cookie is on top of that missile. I don't think she should be playing up there. Where's Picard? He should be watching her right now. Oh boy, this won't end well. For $5 a month, you can help me make this show, and if you sign up right now, you're gonna get your choice of one of these Junkyard Joust stickers. Don't forget to like and comment, subscribe. You know how this works. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.